going to be in the entire video. So say hi to Spencer. Okay. So I just wanted to say that I'm sorry, and I plan on getting back on a normal schedule, especially since we're all quarantined to our homes. I'll be here for your entertainment. But anyways, so I'm gonna start some more paranormal stories. So I think that this time I'm gonna tell the story of when I was a kid. This is more like my mom's story, but I've heard it so many times that like I can tell you everything in detail. So when I was a kid, I used to live with my grandparents, and my mom and my dad, we all lived in the same house. And my parents had got me this doll that needed like batteries to make noise, and this doll would talk and whatnot. You get where this story is going. So anyways, this doll would go off all hours of the night, and yeah, so it started to really get under my mother's skin. So to the point that my mom took the batteries out of the doll, and one night they were laying in bed. She was up and she went to go get a glass of water, and the doll started talking. So of course my mom freaks the fuck out, making sure that she has like taken all the batteries out of the doll. So, you know, she goes back in there, she grabs the doll, the batteries are gone. So of course my mom freaks the fuck out. She decides she's gonna put the doll in the living room until the morning time. So she does, and the next morning she gets up and she puts the doll in the attic. She doesn't hear from it for a very, very long time. So she just puts it in my grandparents' attic, which is upstairs. So she couldn't even hear it if she wanted to. And yeah, so then we moved into our home that I grew up in, my childhood home. And me and my brother, you know, lived there. And this doll had traveled with us, so it had moved from my grandparents' house to our house. She put it in the attic. She kept it in the same box. She never took it out. She didn't even think about it because she never heard it again. And one night, she said that we were all sleeping and she could hear something talking. So she got up thinking we were talking in our sleep. And it wasn't coming from our bedroom. It was coming from the attic. And she knew it was the fucking doll. And so she was just like, well, you know, we'll have to get rid of it, but I don't know what box it is. And so she kind of just like let it go for a while. And then one night, me and my brother got up and we could hear it talking. And it was to the point where we were hearing this doll talk at least one or two times a week in the middle of the night. And finally, you know, me and my brother went to my mom about it and we're like, hey, we keep hearing somebody talking in the attic, but it's like a child voice. And that's when she set us down and told a story about the doll and how she took the batteries out. And she said, you know, maybe the batteries are still in the doll. So the next day, my mom went upstairs and tried to look for this doll. We found her. She has no batteries, nothing. Nothing's in her. So we were like, well, maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it was another toy up here talking. And so we just left it alone. We set her by the opening of the attic. So if, you know, we did so happen to hear this again, I was like 8 or 9 at this point. And this doll was a good 5, 6 years old. She left it at the top of the stairs. And yeah, so she left it at the opening of the attic. And not even like 2 or 3 days later, we could hear talking. So we opened the attic, and it was that doll talking with no batteries. So then my mom put it in a bag, like one of those grocery Walmart bags, and tied that bitch up, and then put it in another garbage bag and tied it up. And then we took it to a local like grocery store that was close to where we lived, and we threw it in their dumpster. That's the first like paranormal experience that I remember as a child, was that doll talking in our attic. but that's my first real, like, one that I can remember, besides the little girl in white that I have seen my entire life. Like, I've seen this doll, I've seen this person walk past doorways. My whole family has seen her. She's a little girl in a white dress, and she always looks wet. But there's another story about that, and I can link that one in the description box if you would like to listen to that. My son has also seen her. My daughter has seen her. And I think, I'm not going to say it because my wife doesn't like to say that she's seen anything. But I'm pretty sure my wife has seen her. But there's a whole story behind her. Her name is Helen. There's a reason she's in my life. So yes, I just thought I would share this paranormal experience with you. I plan on making, you know, more. If you feel like sending in your paranormal stories for me to tell or to read, or, you know, whatever experiences you've had, paranormal, scary, whatever. If you feel like you want to send them to me for me to read on my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And I would love hearing that other people have paranormal experiences too. And I would love to make like a series on weird, creepy dolls. That would be great. So yeah, guys, thanks for joining in on this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I mean, you don't have to like it, but yeah, go ahead and subscribe if you aren't already, and go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you know every time that I upload a new video. And yeah, so I plan on starting to do this, like, I'm gonna say like every Friday. I know this one's gonna go up like on a Sunday, but I feel like I'm gonna start doing these either Sundays or Fridays, and I'm gonna call them Spooky Sunday or Freaky Friday, something like that. I'm gonna start doing those because these interest me so much. Sorry, I saw my own reflection in my mirror and it freaked me out. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you stay safe and inside during this quarantine and enjoy your time with your family. Until next time, bye guys.